Hello, Joy. Thank you for submitting your form for a free mini website audit. How can I help you? Pretty much put your mission out in a ways that it's not only optimized, but people can find it. I'm gonna start with the homepage, right? I really like to stay into a section right here, which technically we call it the hero section, pretty much the hook section of your website. And we want to see if this is pretty much optimized, because if we're going to the back end of the website on how search engines, let's say Google, how is reading your website, it's pretty much based on the titles and subtitles, which we call it headers. And the one that is very important is the H1, which is pretty much what I like to always say is the title of your book, the title of your business. And this is where we want to, this is what we want to have optimized, right, with your keywords. But before we get into the technical part of the SEO with the keywords and blah blah blah, I always like to stay in the homepage to see if someone that just came into your website, I like to do this test, going to websites to see if I can understand who you are, what do you do, and for who are you doing it, or pretty much what is it that you're offering me, right? So the first thing that is gonna grab my attention is this, the hook on your website. Align with your community for sustainable success. Start with who you are, not just what you own. Okay, I know what you want to do with this section right here, even with the pictures in the back. However, this is really not clear. What is it that you do? You talk about real estate, but it's still not clear to me. And then I keep scrolling down. Beyond today, leveraging assets into tomorrow, and then I see something in here where it says owning a rental property. Okay, now I'm understanding. So this is for people that own rental property, right? And then that's in here is where in these little small letters in this paragraph is that where you're talking about pretty much where you are going to help those property owners, right? And then if I keep scrolling more, then okay, I see. So there you see, struggling with making your rental work. Okay, now I'm grasping. Okay, so this is for me who owns a property. I want to rent it out, but I'm struggling a bit how to, get more income, right? Or make it work or rent it out, or other questions that I might have. And you see, and then that's where you're telling me about what makes you, how can you help me? When people land into your website, they are already typing, they're making the effort to search about or type that specific pain point or specific service that they want. So they've been typing, they've been scrolling, they've been going into different websites. So when they land, just take it like that. So when they land into your website, they already like, okay, I just want something. Probably they already make the decision that they're going to, I don't know, buy from you or book a call with you, or get the assessment or things like that. So you have to grasp their attention on this section right here, right? So you have to really make it clear for them. How is it that you're going to help them get to where they want to be with your expertise? These snippets right here need a little bit of more work, especially with the optimized section. Optimized sentences, I think they need a little bit of more work, not only for Google or any other search engine to start putting your website out there, but also to trigger those buyers to keep on reading, keep on scrolling down. Because it's not only until like if you really read in here, is that I can see I can understand what is it that your business is about. Code this out in here and then just expand throughout this copy right here. Now let's go into the technical part, which is my favorite one, the SEO. One of, there could be more reasons, but one of the reasons that you are struggling, you might be struggling to get visibility on your website, traffic from your website organically, is because we are not optimizing for the phrases, keywords that your audience are searching. Because right now, this is the back end, let's say Google goes into this website, this homepage, and it's the first time that Google is going into it, because Google is trying to see, okay, let me see what Joy is about, let me see what's her business about, and see where can I start showing her website, what keywords, so I can start showing the website on the first page. So when Google lands into your website, they're gonna scan this. This is the first thing they're gonna see, right? And these are called headers, which is titles, and subtitles, which are these, right? The big letters. So the first thing that Google is reading it and understanding about your website is start with who you are, not just what you own, base it on real life, not just real estate, align with your communities for sustainable success, beyond today, leveraging assets into tomorrow, why it matters. So you see, this is what Google is understanding about your business. And I'm pretty sure that your clients, your dream clients, are not typing this to find for someone to help them, with renting the extra space that they have on their home, right? This is not what they're, looking for. If somebody is looking for, and this is a phrase that I found, saying, how can I legally rent my house out? You see, this is one question. Your website is not going to show up because we don't have that language in this website, right? The keywords obviously on your copy that really grabs my attention in terms of the SEO is rental property, and then rental business, right? And this is very broad. Obviously we have to go more in depth on that, but this is an overview audit just based on what I have here and what you have filled out. We can go more in detail of that, but just doing this, like this one, I keep coming back to this keyword, right? And I just wanted to see what is the volume, or how difficult it is to rank for this keyword. And as you can see, we have keyword difficulty here. And monthly, right, we have in the US 590 people monthly are searching for this keyword. Let's say if this is one keyword, it aligns with the overall of the people that I want to target. We can use this keyword and even put it in here on the homepage. Rental business, how to start a rental business. That is about that makes sense in the long run for your lifestyle, your community, and your future. I just made this up right now. Probably it might align or it might not align, but you see what I mean? That's how I changed those subtitles. So why building a responsible rental business matters. And then you go into this. You see, that's how you don't have to change every single line and just rework everything. No, you just add those phrases, those questions in there. You can even go in here. Is it worth starting a rental business? Oh, in here too. Is it worth? I mean, you don't have to choose between profit. Pretty much you're telling them. So when a person is typing into Google, let's do it right now. Let's do this. Let's type rental business. If we put rental business, and I like to go to the people also ask section, you can see the questions that they're asking, like, is it worth starting a rental business? And and you click more on it, so you can just type this keyword and you can start seeing what people are searching about this specific keyword, and you can pick and choose if this aligns with your overall service business, right? Add a keyword in here. Like one of them can be rental business, And then home renting, I was looking keywords in here to see how can I give you some ideas. Even this can be blog ideas. Leasing a home versus renting, that could be a blog. Selling versus renting your home, blog. Should I sell my house or rent it out? If you go into Google, I just put this, how to rent out my guest house legally, and you can change this and just go into like the search results that are coming in, go into the blogs to see, okay, what are they saying? Is there probably a gap that they're not talking about that you can maybe tackle? There's some questions in here. Let's go back just to the homepage because I went to blogs, I went to this and that. I would say pick one keyword, pick one that describe pretty much your business, property management or rental business or home renting, things like that, and just add it into this organically. You can put a rental business in city main that makes sense in the long run for your lifestyle, your community, and your future. This is me just brainstorming. There's a lot of ways that we can go in. I just want you to start, especially with these titles, target a specific keyword, because the copy in here obviously is good. I like this, but Google is not cutting up to it, so that's why you're struggling to get that traffic. So yeah, we have to optimize. I would say, I always gonna say, start with your local profile, Google My Business profile, start getting some visibility locally. Those phrases, those keywords, use what your people are saying in your DMs or on the calls, or if you have events, what questions are they asking you? What is it that how are they describing your services, right? What do they say? Start with that and start adding them into, these titles that I mentioned. I gave you 2 examples. They were pretty much a very overview, but I just want you to get the idea on how can you start and then start getting that visibility, my friend. And I'm here. You have my email, my DMs, and if you need help with that, I'm here for that as well. But I'm here to answer your questions too. And once again, thank you, my friend, for submitting the website audit. I always like to doing that. It's more data for me. I learn more, and I also learn about pretty cool new businesses, new services. So I like that. Thank you. Bye bye.